Then Duryodhana invited Lord Krishna to dine at his palace, but Krishna did not accept the invitation. The Kuru king then addressed Krishna with sweet words, but beyond his voice was deception and wickedness. He inquired, "Why, O Janardhan, have you not accepted the hospitality that is being offered to you? You are kind both to the Pandavas and the Kurus, therefore please accept our worship." Lord Krishna replied, "At the present moment, O king, you have not inspired me with love. Without any reason you have, from the moment of your birth, been envious of the Pandavas, who are endowed with all good qualities. Who indeed could do them the least injury? He who hates them hates me. He who loves them also loves me. Know that the Pandavas and myself are like a common soul. That wrathful, uncontrolled soul who hates and seeks to injure those who are pious can never enjoy prosperity in this life. He, however, who tries to win over by good wishes persons endowed with good qualities, even though he is adverse to them in his heart, enjoys prosperity in this life. All these offerings are contaminated by sinful desires, and I will not accept them. The food supplied by Vidura is the only food fit to be eaten." After saying this much, Lord Krishna rose from his seat and left the palace of Duryodhana, which was like unto a pit of snakes. He made his way to the abode of Vidura and took his meals there. While Lord Krishna was staying there, Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, and Baalika came and requested him in the following words: "O best of the Vrishni race, we place at your disposal all our mansions as well as the wealth in them." However, Lord Krishna did not accept their offers and sent them away with kind words. Lord Krishna and Vidura then spent the rest of the night discussing about the future of the Pandavas and the chances of a peace proposal. In the morning, Lord Krishna mounted his chariot, and followed by Vidura, Satyaki, Kritavarman, and others, he made his way to the palace of King Dhritarashtra. Upon entering the palace, he was greeted by the assembled kings and given a seat especially made for him that was of the finest quality. When Lord Krishna was seated, the great rishis descended from the heavens and arrived at the gate of the palace. They were escorted into the palace and given seats of great opulence and duly worshipped. The assembly consisted of King Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, Drona's son, Duryodhana, Dushashan, and the other brothers, Salya, Karna, Shakuni, and other kings who were ready to fight for the cause of Duryodhana. Vidura was given a special seat next to Lord Krishna. All the kings and rishis in that assembly had their eyes fixed on the transcendental form of Lord Krishna, and so beautiful was that form that they could not take their eyes off him. Even though they drank his divine form through their eyes, they were not satisfied. After Lord Krishna had taken his seat and glanced over all the assembled princes and kings, there was complete silence in the council hall of Dhritarashtra. Then Lord Krishna, whose voice was as deep as that of a drum, spoke to King Dhritarashtra in the following words: "In order that peace may be established in the world, O Bharat, I have come to this city. Your race, owing to its learning and behavior, is most distinguished amongst the royal dynasties. Joy in seeing others happy, unhappiness at the sight of others unhappy, sincerity, forgiveness, and truthfulness, these qualities, O Bharat, prevail amongst the Kurus. Since you are the chief of the Kuru dynasty, you should be the first to restrain one who does not show these qualities. You should know that those wicked sons of yours, headed by Duryodhana, have abandoned virtue, profit, morality, and religion, for they behave inimically towards their relatives, the Pandavas. If you are indifferent to the actions of your sons, it will be the cause of the destruction of not only your dynasty, but the destruction of all the warrior races of the world. The establishment of peace depends on our joint decision, O descendant of Bharat. If you correct your sons, then they must obey your commands, and if I give orders to the Pandavas, then they will obey my command. If you are backed by the mighty Pandavas, then who in the three worlds can defeat you? If the sons of Pandu and your sons are united, then there is no power on this earth that can destroy them. There will be no profit if all the kings of the earth are destroyed. There will be no profit if your sons lie prostrate on the battlefield, their life gone from their bodies. Yudhisthira has tolerated untold injustices from your sons. Duryodhana has tried to burn them to death in the house of Black. He has humiliated them and stolen their wealth in a sinful gambling match. He has tried to strip naked their beloved queen, and this is all with your consent. Still, Maharaj Yudhisthira is desirous of peace. It is your duty to give back to the Pandavas the kingdom that is theirs, and thus put an end to this slaughter of the population of the world. The decision is yours. The sons of Pandu are ready to act as your obedient order carriers, or they are prepared to fight. Everything depends on you." After Lord Krishna had spoken words conducive to the benefit of the Kauravas, the great sage Parashuram also spoke words for the good of Duryodhana and his followers. The great sage Narada then spoke, as well as the Rishi Kanva. Bhishma, Drona, and Vidura also spoke in favor of peace, and after hearing all the good counsel, Dhritarashtra said, "O Keshava, the advice you had given us is beneficial to the whole world. The great sages and the Kuru elders have spoken the same words of wisdom. I am not, however, independent. Duryodhana never follows the instructions I give him. Please therefore speak to my son, whose heart is full of sinful activities. Direct your good counsel to him, so that his heart may change and our dynasty saved." Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then glanced upon the sinful son of Dhritarashtra and spoke words that were meant for his benefit. He said, "O Duryodhana, listen to my words, which are meant for your benefit as well as for the benefit of your followers. You are born in a great race that is known for its wisdom. Those that are born of low families have wicked souls and are cruel and shameless. How is it that you are acting like a low-born person? Persistence in such behavior is sinful, frightful, wicked, and capable of leading to death itself. If you adopt a behavior that is worthy of your race, then make peace with the great and mighty sons of Pandu. This will please your father as well as the Kuru elders headed by Bhishma. One who accepts the counsel of his elders, which is honest and full of virtue, attains a higher destination after this life. One who does not follow good counsel and follows the dictates of fools never gains happiness in this world. You have persecuted the sons of Pandu from your birth, although they have never done any wrong toward you. All the kings present here in this assembly are incapable of facing Bhima when angry on the field of battle. You have in your following Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Kripa, Bhurishrava, Somadad, Ashvatthama, and Jayadrath. All these taken together are incapable of fighting against Dhananjaya. Indeed, Arjuna cannot be defeated by all the demigods combined. Do not set your heart on battle. Do you remember at Khandavaprastha when Arjuna defeated in battle all the gods, Asuras, and Gandharvas? Do you not remember when Partha encountered the Kuru host at the city of Virat and the consequences? Arjuna has even satisfied Lord Shiva in battle. With myself riding on his chariot, who will be able to face him in battle? Therefore do not extinguish the race of the Bharats. Live in peace by making a lasting agreement with the Pandavas. Give them half of the kingdom they deserve and live in peace with your relatives." Supporting the words of Lord Krishna, Bhishma, Drona, Vidura, and Dhritarashtra spoke to Duryodhana, requesting peace. When silence fell on the assembly hall, all eyes were on Duryodhana. All the words spoken to him were disagreeable, and he replied to Lord Krishna as follows. "You should not talk, O Keshava, until you have reflected on all circumstances. You should go hearing harsh words and finding fault in me alone without considering the faults of the sons of Pandu. Yourself, Bhishma, Drona, Vidura, and my father are chastising me, but I do not find the slightest fault in myself. All of you hate me without reason. O mighty arm Krishna, I do not even after reflection find any grave fault in myself. I cannot even find any fault, however small. The Pandavas joyfully accepted the gambling match, and according to the conditions, they went to the forest. For what reason do the Pandavas accept us as enemies? How will it be possible for them to kill in battle Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, and Karna, whom even the demigods cannot defeat? O slayer of Madhu, if we are vanquished in battle, then the doors to the heavenly planets will be open to us. We will gladly accept a bed of flowers rather than bow down to the sons of Pandu. That share of the kingdom which was formerly given by my father shall never be given again as long as I live. I will not give unto the Pandavas as much land as to drive the point of a needle." Hearing these words from the cruel son of Dhritarashtra, Lord Krishna replied, "If it is your desire to die on the field of battle, then that desire shall be fulfilled. You will lay on the battlefield along with your ministers, brothers, and friends. For the injustices you have caused the Pandavas, your whole dynasty will be destroyed. You have tried to kill the Pandavas by poison, by fire, and by gambling. You have insulted their wife in an assembly of learned men, and you have attempted to insult them while in the forest. For these sins your whole race will burn like trees in a forest fire." Hearing the words of Lord Krishna, Duryodhana, who was wicked, cruel, sinful, and arrogant, rose up from his seat and left the assembly hall. Lord Krishna then spoke to the Kuru elders. "All the members of the Kuru family are also of the same mentality, or else why don't you bind this sinful person and kill him? I think the time has come for this. In order to save the Bhoja dynasty from the hands of the sinful Kamsa, I killed him and again enthroned his father Ugrasen. By killing a single person, the whole dynasty has now prospered. To save the Kuru dynasty from extinction, you should seize Duryodhana, Karna, Shakuni, and Dushasan. Binding them with ropes, you should hand them over to the Pandavas. Do not allow the whole Kshatriya race to be slaughtered on account of one person." When Duryodhana left the assembly, he began to consult with the wicked Shakuni. The killer of Madhu seeks with Dhritarashtra and Bhishma to bind us and turn us over to the Pandavas. We, however, shall seize him first and throw him in prison. When the Pandavas have heard that Keshava has been taken prisoner, they will lose their spirit, and in that condition it will be easy to kill them. Therefore, disregarding the cries of my father, let us capture the son of Devaki in the presence of all. When those sinful men had resolved to carry out their foolhardy plans, Satyaki came to know of it, for he can read the heart of any man. He ordered Kritavarman to array his troops outside the palace and ready for action. Then, entering the court, he informed Lord Krishna, Dhritarashtra, and Vidura. Duryodhana then entered the court with the intention of carrying out his cruel plan. Seeing him coming, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, addressed him. From illusion, O Duryodhana, you think me alone, and therefore desire to make me a prisoner. Here, however, are all the Pandavas, the Vrishnis, and the Andakas. Here are the Adityas, the Rudras, and the Vasus. Saying this, Lord Krishna burst out into a loud laughter. From his body came like a river the hosts of demigods, each appearing like lightning. From his forehead appeared the four-headed Brahma, and from his chest appeared Lord Shiva. From his arms appeared the great kings of the world. From his mouth like fire appeared Agni, the Adityas, the Sadyas, the Vasus, the Ashvins, the Maruts, with Indra, and the Vishvadevs. From the two arms of Lord Krishna came Lord Balaram and Arjuna. Arjuna stood on his right with the Gandiva bow in hand, and Balaram on the left with the club and plow in hand. Behind him stood King Yudhisthira, Nakula, and Sahadev. Before Lord Krishna stood the Yadus, headed by Pradumna, with upraised weapons. Lord Krishna manifested manifold arms, each with a weapon shining with great effulgence. From his eyes, nose, and ears came sparks of fire like the rays of the sun. Duryodhana could not look upon this supremely effulgent form, then all the kings closed their eyes out of fear. Only Bhishma, Drona, Vidura, and the sages present were able to behold this divine manifestation of the universal form. From the heavens the demigods showered flowers, and the sounds of kettle drums and conches sounded in all directions. When all the kings of the earth had been bewildered in this way, Lord Krishna withdrew his universal form. Then, with Satyaki and Kritavarman, he left the palace of Dhritarashtra. All the Kuru elders followed him to his chariot, and upon ascending it, Lord Krishna said to them, "You have witnessed how the wicked son of Dhritarashtra has ignored the advice given to him. What is there left to say? Prepare yourselves for war. With the permission of all of you, I shall now go back to Yudhisthira." Lord Krishna then left the palace grounds and headed for the abode of Vidura. Thus ends the third chapter of the Udyoga Parva to the summary study of the Mahabarata entitled, Lord Krishna Speaks to the Assembly of Kings. Chapter 4 of the Udyoga Parva. Lord Krishna and Queen Kunti attempt to bring Karna to the Pandavas. Before leaving the city of Hastinapur, Lord Krishna took Karna, the son of Radha, upon his chariot and spoke to him concerning his birth. Lord Krishna said, "O son of Radha, you have worshipped the Brahmanas, who are fully conversant with the Vedas. Therefore you know what is the conclusion of the Vedas regarding the birth of a child. In the past you have not known who your real mother was. This remains a mystery to you. Actually, you were born to Kunti before her marriage to Pandu. Your father is the sun god. The daughter of Surasen had received a benediction from Durvasa Muni that she could call any demigod from the higher planets to conceive a child. In her youthful innocence, she called for the sun god, and because the mantra could not prove fruitless, a child was conceived. Out of fear that she would never be able to marry, she cast the child afloat on the Ganges. Thus you are actually to be known as Kaunteya. The Pandavas are actually your younger brothers. If you come to their side, they will bow at your feet, and you will be the ruler of the entire world. When you are installed as king of the earth, Yudhisthira will stand behind you in your chariot. Bhimasen will hold the royal umbrella over your head, and Arjuna will hold the reins of the chariot. Nakula and Sahadev, as well as the 5 sons of Draupadi, will walk behind you. Let the Pandavas proclaim victory to Vasusen. Surrounded by the Pandavas, you will appear like your father, the sun god, followed by his many assistants." Bewildered upon hearing the words of Lord Krishna, Karna did not reply, but contemplated the words that were spoken to him. After a few moments of silence, Karna said, "Without doubt, O Keshava, I believe in the words that you have spoken. From the moral and Vedic understanding, I am the son of Kunti by the sun god Vivaswan. I can understand that from the command of Surya, Kunti was forced to abandon me in the Ganges. This is certainly my past history. Why was she so cruel as to have abandoned me in the Ganges to die? What kind of mother is this? When I was found in the Ganges by Adirath and Radha, they took me into their home and cared for me. Out of affection for me, Radha's breast filled with milk, and she cleansed the urine and stool from my body. My father Adirath caused all the purificatory performances to be performed by qualified brahmanas. Thus they bestowed upon me the name Vasusen. I have married wives according to his selection, and by them I have now sons and grandsons. O Krishna, my bonds of affection and love are fixed on them. O Govinda, I cannot destroy this affection by means of gold or the whole earth. Duryodhana has been kind to me all these years, and I have shared this kingdom with him for the last 13 years. How can I give him up? If I succeed in becoming victorious in battle, then I shall hand over this kingdom to Duryodhana. Without doubt, O slayer of Madhu, you have given me good advice. With you on the chariot of Arjuna, there will be little chance of our victory. If Yudhisthira comes to know that I am the firstborn son of Kunti, he will not accept the throne. With you as his guide, he is fit to rule this world along with Arjuna and Bhimasen. For the offense I committed in the gambling match to the pious sons of Pandu and their queen, I shall lay on the battlefield killed by Arjuna. I shall witness the second son of Pandu, Bhimasen, drink the blood of Dushashan on the field of battle. Those great heroes of the Kuru race, Bhishma and Drona, shall fall from their chariots slain by the sons of Drupad, Sikandi, and Dristadumna. Before the end of this great battle, everyone will witness Duryodhana slain on the field of battle by the club of Bhimasen. This will all surely take place in the future. I pray to you, O Hrishikesh, that the warriors of the royal dynasties not perish miserably. Let them die on the most sacred of places, Kurukshetra. The achievements accomplished on this battlefield shall open the heavenly realms for those who die on this sacred spot. As long as the rivers, hills, and mountains last, so will the Brahmanas recite this great war of the Bharatas. The fame achieved in this battle will be the only wealth that the Kshatriyas will obtain. O Keshava, bring Kunti's son Arjuna before me in battle, and keep our discussion a secret forever. Lord Krishna said, When you return, say to Bhishma, Drona, and Kripa that the present month is a pleasurable one. It is springtime, and there are ample fruits and vegetables. The roads are dry, and it is neither too hot nor too cold. 7 days after today is the new moon. Let the battle commence on that day. Speak unto all the kings on the side of Duryodhana that I will accomplish all that is desired by them. When they obtain death by the weapons of the Pandavas, they will attain an elevated state. Karna said, Without doubt, O Krishna, a great and fierce battle will take place, which will bloody the entire earth. O slayer of Madhu, I see evil omens for the Kurus and auspicious ones for the Pandavas. O descendant of the Vrishni dynasty, that fierce planet of great effulgence Saturn is afflicting the constellation Rohini. This will cause suffering to the living entities of this earth. The planet Mars is heading toward the constellation Jeshta and approaches Anuratas, indicating a great slaughter of friends. The planet Mahapat is afflicting the constellation Chitra, and Rahu is attacking the sun. They say that the appearance of these evil portents produces a great slaughter. All the auspicious birds like the swans, peacocks, and cranes are following the Pandavas, while vultures, hawks, and crows follow the chariot of Duryodhana. The gods are showering flesh and blood upon the followers of Duryodhana, and a black circle is appearing about the sun. The jackals are howling, and fierce birds are uttering terrible cries. This all indicates destruction of the Kauravas and victory for the Pandavas. I have seen in a vision Yudhisthira ascending with his brothers to a palace supported by 1,000 columns. His brothers were accompanying him, and they were all dressed in white robes. I also saw the sons of Dhritarashtra along with myself headed for Yamaraja's abode. I have no doubt that the warriors on the side of Duryodhana shall have to enter into the fire of the Gandiva bow. Lord Krishna replied, The destruction of the world is at hand, and when my words do not become acceptable to the heart, when the destruction of human life approaches, men take right for wrong and wrong for right. Karna said, If, O Krishna, I live through this great battle, then we shall meet again here. Otherwise, O Hrishikesh, we shall certainly meet in heaven. O sinless one, I think that this is the only way we shall meet again. Saying this much, Karna embraced Lord Krishna, and ascending his own chariot, and feeling greatly dejected, he returned to the presence of Duryodhana. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then left the city of Hastinapur and returned to the city of Upaplavya. Upon failing to obtain peace, Vidura, in great lamentation, approached Kunti to tell her of what had happened. He said, Lord Krishna, as well as the Kuru elders, have failed to obtain peace. The wicked Duryodhana, Shakuni, Dushashan, and Karna are all intoxicated with pride. When Lord Krishna returns without being able to effect peace, the Pandavas will certainly ready themselves for battle. Reflecting on all this, I cannot sleep day or night. Kunti replied, The grandsire of Bhishma, the son of Shantanu, I know is not for war. I also know that the preceptor Drona shows more affection for the Pandavas than even his own sons. The sinful Duryodhana, Dushashan, Shakuni, and Karna are the only ones who hate the Pandavas. Especially Karna is very powerful. I shall go to him today and disclose the truth about his birth. Kunti then began to relate to Vidura how Karna was born from her womb by the sun god Vivaswan. She told him everything about the benediction from Durvasa, how she set the newborn child in a basket and let the child float down the river Ganges. She then said, Because he is my son, why should he not follow my orders? Kunti then decided to go to the banks of the Ganges and petition her son with kind words. Having reached the sacred Ganges, Kunti saw her son Karna sitting in meditation and performing his daily worship. She stayed behind him till he had completed his prayers. When Karna felt the warmth of the rays of the sun, he turned around and saw Kunti standing between him and the sun. He was surprised to see such a woman, and he greeted her with folded hands. He said, I am Karna, the son of Radha and Adirath. For what reason have you come here? Tell me what I can do for you. Kunti said, You are not actually the son of Radha and Adirath. Your birth is divine. You are not a Sutta by birth. Your real father is the sun god, whom you worship daily, and I am your mother. Kunti was standing in the rays of the sun, and Karna could not distinguish who she was. He therefore said to her, Who are you? Kunti replied, I am Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas. You are my firstborn son before my marriage to Pandu. Because of the shame of begetting a son while not married, I had to set you afloat on the banks of the Ganges. Your brothers are the Pandavas. It is time now for you to take up your stand with your brothers, and conquering the Kurus, install yourself as king. Today let yourself and Arjuna embrace and become the best of friends. If you two are united, there is nothing in this world that you will not be able to accomplish. After Kunti had spoken, a celestial voice was heard from the sun globe saying, The words spoken by Pritha are indeed true. O Karna, act according to the instructions of your real mother. O tiger among men, you will benefit greatly if you take your stand with the pious sons of Pandu. When Karna had heard the advice of his real mother and father, he did not waver from his position and spoke to her. O blessed lady, I cannot agree that to obey your commands is my highest duty. O mother, I was abandoned by you as soon as I was born. This has darkened my achievements and could have caused my death. If indeed I am a Kshatriya, then I have been deprived of these rights by your neglect. What enemy could have done me a greater injury? Without showing mercy to me and performing my birthright, you have abandoned me. And now today you would have me follow your command. You have never before today sought my welfare as a mother. Why are you now coming to me except to do good to yourself? If I go to the side of the Pandavas, everyone will think that I have gone because of cowardness. If I take up the cause of the Pandavas, then all will consider that I have done so for my personal fame, leaving aside my friendship with Duryodhana. Your words, however beneficial, I will not obey. Your request, however, will not prove to be fruitless. I will promise you, though able to kill all your sons except Arjuna, I will not do so. Arjuna alone I will fight with, and killing him or being killed by him, I will achieve lasting fame. O blessed lady, the number of your sons will always remain not less than 5. Either I will be killed by Arjuna, or Arjuna will be slain in battle. Hearing these words, Kunti, who was trembling from grief, embraced her son, who was unmoved by the situation. She then said, O my son, you have granted to 4 of your brothers the pledge of safety. Let this pledge be remembered at the time of the battle. Karna replied, Let it be so. And then she left her son by the banks of the Ganges and returned to her own apartments. Thus ends the 4th chapter of the Udyoga Parva to the summary study of the Mahabarata entitled, Lord Krishna and Queen Kunti attempt to bring Karna to the side of the Pandavas. breaks the branches of a tree in two, so Bhimasena separated the body of Jarasandha. The audience standing nearby saw that the body of Jarasandha was now divided into two halves, so that each half had one leg, one thigh, one testicle, one breast, half a backbone, half a chest, one collarbone, one arm, one eye, one ear, and half a face. As soon as the news of Jarasandha's death was announced, all the citizens of Magadha began to cry, "Alas, alas!" while Lord Krishna and Arjuna embraced Bhimasena to congratulate him. Although Jarasandha was killed, neither Krishna nor the two Pandava brothers made a claim to the throne. Their purpose in killing Jarasandha was to stop him from creating a disturbance against the proper discharge of world peace. A demon always creates disturbances, whereas a demigod always tries to keep peace in the world. The mission of Lord Krishna is to give protection to the righteous persons and to kill the demons who disturb a peaceful situation. Therefore, Lord Krishna immediately called for the son of Jarasandha, whose name was Sahadev, and with due ritualistic ceremonies he asked him to occupy the seat of his father and reign over the kingdom peacefully. Lord Krishna is the master of the whole cosmic creation, and he wants everyone to live peacefully and execute Krishna consciousness. After installing Sahadev on the throne, he released all the kings and princes who had been imprisoned unnecessarily by Jarasandha. Thus ends Chapter 4 of the Parva to the summary study of the Mahabharata entitled The Liberation of Jarasandha.